On today's show, Dave Weil, veteran, author, and owner of Steak and Shake here in Murfreesboro, talks about how his success was not his plan. Chad Robinette and Elizabeth Long talk about the Home for Heroes program and how their organization is helping veterans, teachers, and first responders. Plus, get ready to meet our lovable pet of the week. Stick around. Good Morning Murfreesboro begins now.
Good morning, Murfreesboro. I'm Lance Chandler.
And I'm Rachel Albertson. Thank you for joining us for another week, and we're going to talk about what makes Murfreesboro shine.
So great. We're so happy to be here with you guys again this week, and we have a fun episode for you, and we have all types of fun things today that we're going to talk about.
Yes, it's going to be action-packed with our trivia winner and pets of the week and cool guests and events for this weekend.
Yeah, amazing things that are going on, and well, we got a little rain over the last couple of days too, so we're dealing with that. It's a little gloomy but we're going to try to
snow.
Well, it's not snow. That's
snow.
Good. That's good. Yeah, rain. I'm always for the sunshine.
Yeah.
I love the sunshine, but we're getting close to spring. I can feel it in the air.
Yeah, we're going to be finding that out soon.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have Groundhog's Day that is coming up.
Yes. So let's bring a little humor. Do you have a joke?
I do have a joke for. Do you know what's funny about Groundhog's Day?
No.
Do you know what's funny about Groundhog's Day?
No.
Do you know what's funny about Groundhog's Day? Do you know what's funny about?
No, it's not funny anymore.
Hey, Bill Murray would have got it. That's for sure.
Well, this Sunday is Groundhog's Day, and that's when Puxatawny Phil looks to see if he sees his shadow. What do you think it's going to be?
I never can remember how it works. Is it if he sees his shadow, like do we have more winter, or if he doesn't see a shadow? I don't like.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Somebody comment below and tell us how it works, because I'm not even sure how. Like somebody told me it doesn't really matter one time. Like if he sees it, it ends up being the same time. Like it's either 2 more weeks or 2 more months of winter, or 6 weeks until spring or something like that. And I'm like, that's like the same time frame, right? Like,
right?
I'm really not sure. So comment and educate us, please.
Yes.
Well, and then we also have a little business to do. We had our trivia question from last week. Our trivia question was, who is the current mayor of Murfreesboro? Which
I actually knew this one. Yay for me. Shane McFarland.
That is right. And we have our winner this week, who is Nathan Owen. Congratulations, Nathan. We're happy that you commented on that and you knew who the mayor was. That's a step in the right direction. City mayor.
City mayor.
Not Rutherford County. That might be a whole different question at some point.
Yes.
Well, we do have this week, but starting in February, we're going to do something a little new, a different segment on here for you guys too. So stick around for that next week, and we'll have prizes for that also.
Right, absolutely. Well, let's talk about what's going on nationally.
Yeah, absolutely. There's all kinds of things going on.
We're going to bring up this weekend, is the last day of the National Blood Donor Month. You know, that's really near and dear to my heart. It's your last chance for the month, but not your last chance to donate. No. So please get out there and donate.
Yeah, you can donate year round, but also what goes good with donating blood is a little sugar for you too, because it's National Hot Chocolate Day.
Yes, and then tomorrow, dry January is over. So those who are partaking and non-partaking, you're free.
That's a tough one. You know, January was a long month this year.
What did we say? 365 days of January?
Yep. 365. I'm celebrating New Year's on February 1st again, guys. It's National Snack Food Month as well. Ironically, February is also that as well.
And then in February, we all celebrate and recognize that it is Black History Month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then celebrity birthdays. We need you guys to tell us who else is birthdays the next week, and maybe we can mention them. But first up, we have Justin Timberlake turning 44.
That blows my mind. That makes me feel old too. I'm like an NSYNC guy, if that tells my age a little bit.
Are you gonna dance?
I can.
You sang last week.
You know what? I actually used to teach hip hop dance classes. We'll save that for another show too. And we got Harry Styles, who is turning 31.
Yeah. And on Groundhog Day, the second, Shakira turns 48.
Wow, that's amazing too. You know, all these big stars from my past.
Yes.
Yeah, we also have our shout out for our sponsors.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Superior Overhead Doors,
Titan Media Works,
InfoReal Social Media,
615 Insurance,
Achieve Entrepreneur Center,
the Murfreesboro Pulse,
Yeah.
And of course, where we are recording each week.
Yeah, we have the Hemisphere, which
Hemisphere Wine Bar.
we're so grateful for everything they do for us. They really go above and beyond for us in our show. We really do appreciate them.
Yeah, you need to come check out the vibe if you haven't been here because it's amazing.
It is a good vibe. It definitely is. It's a beautiful location for sure.
Yes. Well, I like to say it, if you can't find anything to do in Murfreesboro, you're not looking hard enough.
We have our Southern Invitational Indoor Tractor and Truck Pool. It's happening tonight and tomorrow here at Miller Coliseum. That's always a great event. My father-in-law loves tractor pools. We'll probably end up going because he's coming into town this weekend. The event is sponsored by Tennessee Chapter 9 of International Harvester Collector. Tonight at 7 p.m., tomorrow at 11 a.m., then the finals on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Sounds like a lot of fun for family. I'll more than likely be there.
Well, the Blue Raiders team is on the road in El Paso, but the men's team is here. They're going to host UTEP minors at Murphy Center. We all know, I don't know who that is, but you should go see it. The tip-off's at 2 o'clock, and make sure you wear Raider blue to show your support.
And then tomorrow morning, everyone is invited to the pancake breakfast celebration to honor the merging of two local VFW posts, 4575 and 12206. So that's a big event. If you love pancakes, it's great to go to that too. A little syrup on there, some butter. Uniting these two posts will help better serve the community of Murfreesboro veterans and be able to support more of them by doing that. The event starts at 9:30 at Heroes Den on North Broad.
And then we're going to remind everybody about the 3rd annual Boro Comedy for a Cause at the Walnut House next Friday on February 7th. We're giving you that reminder because you need to register and get your tickets ahead of time. The headliner this year is Mike Goodwin. They have 2 shows, one at 6:30 and one at 9. That benefits the Murfreesboro Kiwanis Foundation, which supports Candle Wishes, Good Shepherd Children's Home, a Soldier's Child Foundation, among many others.
And then on Saturday, February 22nd, Wild Goose Chase Events is bringing you the 4th annual adults only Boro 80s prom. So if you're an 80s baby, this one's for you. Grab your hairspray, suit up, and rock out your mullet. You gotta have the 80s mullet because it's gonna be a dope time. I feel like dope spans to the 90s too in the words.
Sure.
The event is near and dear to our hearts because this year our profit goes to Purple Paws, Tennessee. So something that we love to support as well. Supporting animals and charities through Middle Tennessee.
Have you ever gone?
I have not. I helped a little bit last year get some tickets sold, but I have not gone to this before. But it looked like a really good time because I saw some great pictures.
It is so fun.
Yeah.
I went the first year. I ordered this pink sequincy jeweled dress, and I got a hair crimper and had my hair all aquanetted up. It was just like high school.
Aquanet, huh?
Yeah,
white rain,
Yeah. Well, thank you to the Murfreesboro Pulse for giving us these great events to talk about.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pulse. We really do appreciate it. All right, we'll be right back after this brief message.
Welcome back. We're glad to have our first guest today. We have lead agent Elizabeth Long and division agent Chad Robinette. They're from Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and they're here to talk to us a little bit about Homes for Heroes. So, doesn't matter which one answers, but can you tell us a little bit about Homes for Heroes? Because a lot of people have never heard of this.
Sure. Homes for Heroes is a national organization that was created after the tragic events of 9/11 to thank the veterans and first responders from that day. So when a real estate agent is an affiliate with Homes for Heroes, when a buyer or seller works with one of us, they get a thank you check back after closing as a thank you for their service.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so normally, I had a buyer close in October. So the average check that the buyer gets at closing is about $3,000.
Wow.
So it's very helpful. In my particular situation, they were able to put that towards an HVAC.
Oh, wow, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
To
I was
redo their
going
house.
to ask
Yeah.
about that because can it be used for anything that the house needs, or it's not going to closing costs
It's
per
not.
se?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Because some people might get confused by that, going,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to get a system with closing
Yeah,
costs.
so what happens is we work with Homes for Heroes, and we send all our closing documents in.
Yeah.
And so that actually goes to the title company. So when they do the title, I'm sorry, the Alta statement, which is what you get at closing to tell you how much you've got to bring, how much you are getting back. So that's included in that statement. And so that gets sent to Homes for Heroes, and they actually send a check to the client. And so it can either be in the form of an e-check so they can get it online and then just, how you snap a picture and deposit it, or it can be mailed to them.
That's
so
pretty
either
cool.
one. So they can use it for whatever they need to.
Yeah, so how did you guys get involved in doing this? We know it's part of Exit Realty and something you guys offer working for that real estate company, but how did you guys get, to be the two that are here sitting,
Yeah.
talking about
Let
it?
Elizabeth go. She's
Right.
spearhead.
So when I first started with Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates in real estate, I wanted to do something that felt really genuine to me. And so I have a lot of family members who are veterans. My grandfather and uncle are Marines. I have cousins who were in the National Guard and Army. And on my husband's side, his father was in the Army. His uncle was a boom operator in the Air Force. And his grandfather flew 32 missions in World War II.
That's amazing.
I also have so many teachers and healthcare workers in my family as well. So I wanted to be able to give back through real estate to those communities of people because I know that they give so much of themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
It covers a gamut of people.
Yeah.
It really
It's not-
does.
It really does.
Heroes does not just mean military in this case.
Correct. So this is current military, veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and paramedics, healthcare workers, and teachers.
Nice.
So anyone in those categories can receive a thank you check after closing.
Wow.
And so we are we are Homes for Heroes affiliates, and I also created a division within our brokerage, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, where those agents specifically are Homes for Heroes agents, and we specialize in those communities. So we also work with lenders who are VA loan specialists, because it really makes a huge difference who you work with, particularly with the VA loan.
Absolutely. I have an insurance background. That's what my company is. I own an insurance agency. So it's very important when it comes to VA loans, your mortgage
Absolutely.
lender you're working with, that's for sure, and your realtor, that they understand that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think one thing about Homes for Heroes, when I joined up with Elizabeth, so my background is healthcare. I worked in radiology for years at Stonecrest Medical Center. And so when I became a realtor, was talking with Elizabeth, and she sort of my mentor, I guess you could say. I don't know. We kind of connected when I first joined the brokerage, but she said, do you have a passion about anything? Well, what's your passion? And I said, well, I have a background in healthcare. I have family that were veterans as well. And so she told me about Homes for Heroes, and I said, that's wonderful. Like, that's just awesome that we could provide that benefit to buyers and sellers. And as I'm out there talking to potential clients and buyers and sellers, they don't know about the program. And so our mission, Elizabeth and I, is to try to get the message out to everyone about the benefit, and hopefully they can take advantage of it.
Well, let's do that. How do you get the message out?
Right. How do the people get involved?
Well, we're here.
Yeah.
Right? This
So
helps.
call them.
They
We're
can
help.
call
This
one of
helps.
us. Yeah.
Yep, Elizabeth.
And I also have a website. It's fidelishomestn.com. And so you can go on that website and find out all about our division and Homes for Heroes as well. There's a link on there to find out more information.
Or Facebook. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram.
Yeah,
all the socials.
everywhere.
All the socials.
All the letters.
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
letters. Well, it's important as a realtor to get to know your client, and if a realtor
Exactly.
doesn't know about this program, they can't offer it to their clients. So you guys really specialize in not only saying, hey, I know you want to buy a house, and we show you some walls and some grass.
Right.
You guys go a step further to help them along in their journey.
Yep. And so to kind of explain the process, if we have someone in that hero community that works with us, and they buy or sell, a percentage of that purchase price or sale price is considered in how they, I guess, the final number with the check. But we give 30% of our compensation towards Homes for Heroes, and that's how the check is generated. So and part of that, and I guess you can explain the other piece of it, the percentage of that 30% goes to nonprofits for Homes for Heroes.
Yeah.
Right. So, like Chad said, 30% of our compensation goes to the Homes for Heroes organization, and part of that is used to provide the thank you check to our clients. And then another portion is given to the Homes for Heroes nonprofit organization, and they use that money to provide grants for other nonprofits that support veterans and first responders.
That's really cool. So let me ask you this, because a lot of things like this, there's some red tape that you have to go through. Not to get too far in the weeds, is there like a particular income you have to qualify with to get this, or you just have to be one of these categories?
Just one of the categories.
Yeah,
wow.
Just in one of those categories, so it's really, really broad.
Yeah, that's not common. That's not common with
right.
organizations
I mean,
like
exactly.
this.
There's 90,000 people in Rutherford County who qualify to be a Homes for Hero client.
Wow.
And actually on the website of the Homes for Heroes, it says, seriously, no red tape. They kind of reiterate that, you know? And that's what we try, you know, when you look at certain, you know, programs like this, you know, there is red tape, right?
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
You have to qualify, but not for Homes for Heroes. Just be a hero in these communities, work with us, and get some free money.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, to make sure I understand, so when a hero buys a house, they get the check. But if somebody who isn't part of that circle uses you as a realtor, part of your commission, your compensation, goes to help other people. So you can be a hero buying a house by using you as realtors.
Well, so with the Homes for Heroes, when you're part of that hero community, when you're our client and you're a part of that community, then our compensation goes to Homes for Heroes. If you're not in one of those particular communities, then it does not go to Homes for Heroes, but we still provide the most professional, you know, experience for you. We look out for you. We advocate for you in the best way possible, whether you're purchasing a home or selling your home. And we partner with lenders who you really specialize in, whether it's a VA loan, if you are in the hero community. For veterans, we specialize in lenders with that VA loan expertise, or if you're a teacher, there are a lot of loan programs out there specifically for teachers and for healthcare workers too. There's loans for physicians who might have some student loan debt, but there are specific loans that don't take that into consideration when they're looking at all your paperwork for the loan.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We really do appreciate it. And if any of you guys out there need a realtor and you qualify for this, reach out to either Chad or Elizabeth. They'd be more than happy to help you and get you some extra money if you're a hero buying a home.
Right.
Yes.
And if you buy and sell, you can double up. So
you get two checks.
Two checks. So if you buy and sell a home with us, or sell and buy, whichever one you want.
Well, thank you again very much to Elizabeth and
Thank
Chad.
you. Thank you, Rachel.
Next up, we have Purple Paws Pet of the Week. This week's Pet of the Week comes from the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals of Tennessee. Meet Pudgy. Pudgy is a neutered American Bulldog mix, approximately 2 to 4 years old, weighing in at a whopping 63 pounds of love. He is fully potty trained, sleeps through the night, and has had a steady improvement with leash manners. He is gentle, affectionate, playful, and gets along well with other cats and dogs. He was found with a scar on his neck as a stray.
Yeah, if you think you would like to adopt Pudgy, please contact the SPCA. Find all this information and more links to our show in the description below. Well, we have our second guest of the day, and it is Dave Weil. Thank you, Dave, for being here, and we're so excited to have you here and for you to talk about your book, Deployed with My Mother, which is so cool. Nobody else that I can think of has that story at all, so thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, Dave, tell us a little bit about your book. Let's start there.
So, Lance, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had anything in life not go according to plan?
Yeah.
I think most people can relate. Rachel, anything?
Yes, okay, like your hat.
So I made this hat, not my plan. I got a bracelet I made up, not my plan. It says Proverbs 19:21. many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. And so Not My Plan is kind of the story of my life. That's why I made the hat.
Wow.
Recruiter called me up. You want to join the Army? I signed up, went to basic training. I came back from basic training and I said, Mom, they got a special boot camp for you old people. She was 40. Now my perspective's changed now that I'm 55. Okay. So my mom, she went from being a maid to a nurse. So if you're in the medical profession, you can join at an older age.
Yeah.
So I got my mom to join. Thanksgiving 90, our unit got activated, the 9/12 MASH. So me and my mom went to Desert Storm together.
Wow.
Back in 91. So 30 years later, it took me a little bit, but I wrote a book, deployed with my mother, and
How cool.
That's amazing.
not really. Can you imagine taking your mom to war with you?
Yeah,
I mean, it
yeah.
sounds neat, but it was an adventure. But
Yeah.
It made cool pictures.
yes,
And
I did get to see my mom for Mother's Day.
That's
Nice.
So, but in the book, this wasn't part of my plan, but there's a story of forgiveness in the book. And I think a lot of us either need to be forgiven or need to forgive someone else. So it's really like a ministry tool now. So there's a story of forgiveness in the book. And obviously you can pick it up at Steak and Shake or Amazon.
Well,
Just throwing that out there. So
speaking of Steak and Shake, you're
Steak and-
also the local franchise owner here in town.
yes.
Yeah, so really good burgers,
Garlic bread.
Delicious. Yes.
delicious, great shakes.
Well, you had a journey to get to the point where you were the franchise owner, and then your dining room opened at a very particular time. You want to share a little bit?
Sure. So before Steak and Shake, I went to seminary to be in full-time ministry. This was not my plan ever. And so before Steak and Shake, after seminary, I had a Cajun restaurant, J Gumbo's. You ever heard of it?
No.
I feel like
That was my problem. Nobody ever heard of it. So it made no money for over 2 years. And I knew I had to do something because my kids, I have 4 kids and a wife, and they had this bad habit called eating.
Right.
I had to do something. And so Steak and Shake has a program where you could buy one for 10 grand.
Wow.
You work for free till you fix it, and then you get half the profits.
Fantastic.
So 2019, I sold my truck, gave Steak and Shake 10 grand, worked for free for 8 months. My first day getting paid, March 25th, 2020.
oh wow.
The day after the dining room closed to COVID. This was not my plan.
Not your plan.
And so anyway, and so I had to make a lot of changes and pivot, but yeah, it's an adventure.
Wow, that is
every day.
What an amazing story. Like, I mean, that's just
COVID and closing the dining room in a food place.
We were open. The dining room was closed for a
Right.
year. Ran through, just drive through, and then opened back up. And
wow.
fantastic.
That's really amazing. Well, another good thing about Steak and Shake, and I don't know if people know this, but y'all got some pretty nice bathrooms.
They're clean.
They're Buc-ee's quality bathrooms.
Yes.
That's the goal. So, Steak and Shake changed a number of years ago from being corporately owned to franchise owned. And so when you're the owner, naturally you just care more.
Yeah.
So you'll find me, I'm there about 6 days a week,
Yeah.
cleaning the bathrooms, picking up cigarette butts out of the parking lot, cleaning, doing the floors. And so just having an owner mentality is why they made that change. And
Yeah.
so
And I think with Steak and Shake previously before it was, franchise and you owned it. That was kind of the rep that it got. It was not the cleanest place to go eat. And people don't know that now. And I think it's time you guys know. Steak and Shake is nice. It's clean. It's
Two thumbs up on the bathrooms.
It's beautiful inside now. Dave did a great job. It's really great.
remodeled, and I had only been there a couple of times, like in 14 years. I just didn't go, and so just want to get the word out. Come back to Steak and Shake. We clean the bathrooms now, so it's so anyway.
If you happen to
that's-
see Dave while you're there eating in the dining room, I know one time when I was there, you came and did a magic trick. Another time you came and sat and ate with us.
Yep.
It's nice to have a friendly guy there, you know?
Hey man, I do a few magic tricks. So
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We'll have to have you back on the show for your magic act.
Happy to do it. Happy to do it.
Well, I know that you've mentioned faith has been a large part of your journey. Is there anything you'd like to say? Maybe someone's struggling out there. They are in a path of not my plan. Any
Sure,
way to bring them back around?
I think obviously everybody deals with things not happening according to plan and struggles, whatever it might be. And so for me, God taught me lately that I'm either going to see things from His perspective or my perspective. And in order to see things from His perspective, it really comes down to spending time in prayer and reading the Word and seeing things from His perspective. So
It's amazing how simple that can be. People, I feel like, try to make it very complicated in the process of their life, and doing those simple two things of just reading the Word and then praying and talking with God can do life-changing things, and people just don't realize that.
I mentioned that I went to seminary to be in ministry, and now I own a Steak and Shake.
Not your plan.
No. However, there is a lot of ministry opportunities at Steak and Shake, and whether it's dealing with homeless people or even the employees. So a lot of opportunities there I try and take advantage of. So,
are you able to help homeless people and stuff? How does that work, owning a restaurant and stuff? We have a pretty large homeless population.
Yeah, I try not to advertise this.
Yes.
This is not not my plan. But we're not going to let anybody go hungry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have a business to run.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll give out grilled cheese sandwiches and stuff, which, I try not to advertise that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're
That's
not going
okay.
to let anybody go hungry. And we do what we can.
Yeah.
We've had Kelly Beam on here, and I know that you've done a lot with the chamber and the community in general. So I think that it's really great to have you on here. And, we really thank you for helping the community as a whole.
Thank
welcome.
you so much. We really
Love
do
doing
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dave, for being here. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your story. It's remarkable. It's not your plan. God has a plan for all of us, and we really appreciate you sharing yours with us.
Thank you. Happy to do it. Happy to do it.
Well, stop. Don't scroll just yet. We'll be right back after this message with some more Good Morning Murfreesboro.
All right, well, that's it for this week's episode of Good Morning Murfreesboro.
Yeah, we had a great time today. It was a fun show. We had some amazing guests. We got to learn some cool things from both of them, or all three of them, really.
Right. And find out where the cleanest bathrooms are.
That is true. As clean as Bucky's, I'm telling you. And so next week we have more events coming up. We have more fun. We have more stuff like this.
More
so
pets.
make sure that more pets. So make sure that you're tuning into that. And we also have to thank our sponsors again, which are Superior Overhead Doors,
Titan Media Works,
Info Social Media,
615 Insurance,
Achieve Entrepreneur Center,
Murfreesboro Pulse,
yeah,
and of course,
the Hemisphere. We love the
Wine
Hemisphere.
Bar.
They are amazing. We're gonna have to do us a wine tasting for an episode. That's what we need to do.
And carrot cake and whatever pie. 'Cause they make
German chocolate pie
Yeah.
is supposed to be the hit here. So come here and get you some German chocolate pie. And if you don't like German chocolate, get you some carrot cake. Because I didn't like carrot cake, but I like the carrot cake here. I'll eat that any
the
day.
taste was amazing.
Well, make sure that you go back and watch our replays. We have amazing guests on our show. We have several from weeks past, and so make sure that you go back and watch those and check out who they were, because you can learn great things about our community by doing that.
Lots of good things about the community. And when you go back and watch them, make sure you like, comment, share. We'd love to get your feedback.
Yeah, and we also would like to thank our staff. We have an amazing staff that makes this show happen. Our producer, Neil, he's a rock star. He puts up with us.
Our editors, all the people that make us look fantastic.
Steven, all
Right.
you people, you guys do a great job. Great job.
Yes.
Well, that's it. Thank you so much. And from all of us here at Good Morning Murfreesboro, have a great weekend.
See you next week.